Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Mana Cave. My name is Ed.
My name's Travis.
And we are continuing on with the Planeswalker Deck Showdown tournament, only we are jumping back to the first half of Season 2. We are playing the Dominaria Chandra Planeswalker deck, which you will be helming.
That's a red-green kicker deck.
Yeah, it destroyed me. Absolutely destroyed me when I played it in against Teferi, I think was the...
Oh, Teferi, yes. Is Grun the one I'm thinking of? Was it Grun the big ape?
Yeah, Grun, like the lonely gorilla who, when he attacks alone, gets like
Double,
ridiculous. Yeah. And it is going to be facing off against one of the Global Series decks because we had to sort of inject them into this tournament. So the...
to sort of inject them.
And I apologize because I know I'm pronouncing this wrong because I think someone already corrected me, but Yanling is the way I butchered the pronunciation. This is her deck, and it is a white blue
spirit
mediocre deck.
Enchantment or
it's got a little bit of flying. It's got a bit. I don't really think it has much of a theme. It's more of a typical blue deck to a certain extent. White blue deck. It's got some card draw. Still no counter spells. Does have some bounce, some tempo shifting and stuff like that. But
it's just as bad.
Yeah, it's not great. I haven't been super good about predicting who's going to win some of these ones lately. So, well, that's not going to stop me now. I'm going to say that Chandra is most likely going to win this one. There's a comment in the comment section. If you guys watched the previous episode, I'm not going to really... Well, maybe this will sort of technically spoil it. But someone left a comment saying, I've been watching a bunch of your videos. Like someone who's new to the channel, watching a bunch of your videos. Does Ed ever win? Because every video I see, Ed loses. So I do occasionally win. I do occasionally come on top. I don't think I'm going to come on top on this one, though. So
Counter Surge, I think you won on that one.
Yeah, I got to win, I think, twice in the Challenger decks. Yeah. And I have won some of the Planeswalker ones. But the funny thing about when we started doing the Planeswalker ones, it kicked off the worst losing streak I had here on the Mana Cave. Because up until that point, very, very early in the Mana Cave, this is the part of the Mana Cave where we talk. There will be a card that have said that at this point. But very, very early in the Mana Cave, I know Steve went the longest time without ever winning. And then Steve, one of the former members of Brain Pulp, one of the former founding members of Brain Pulp. And then we started doing the Planeswalker Deck Showdowns. And I didn't win a single one of them for, I think, most of the first season.
Until you won the whole season.
Yeah, that's right, too. I think that's what it was. That was the very first one.
Nicol Bolas.
Now, we did play other games like Budget Standards and Pauper and stuff like that. And so I did have some wins in there, but Planeswalker decks, I was cursed for the longest time. I had a bit of a better run in the second season.
Yeah.
But anyways, so I do occasionally win. So yeah. But anyway, it keeps someone watching, because then they can keep thinking, will he ever win?
When's it going to happen?
Tune in tomorrow to find out, or next week.
When's going to be his time?
Yeah. Okay. Now, we determined our opening hands. I get to keep my original 7.
I mulligan.
You mulligan.
For better for worse.
Now, this is going to be best 2 out of 3. So, we are going to now roll to see who goes first, because we haven't done that yet. I'll use a blue and a white die, because it's a blue and a white deck.
Red, green.
6.
7.
Ooh, barely edged me out there. Travis, you get to go first. So you get to show your hand first.
Proper order and everything. So again, there's my 6 cards. I do get to scry, and I like scrying. You know, who doesn't like to scry? Helps you set up the rest of the game. Just pointless advices. No bearing on anything at all. Tell me your feelings on scrying, Ed.
I like scrying a lot. I really like the new mechanic that's going to be coming out with the Guilds of Ravnica, Surveil, which is basically scry, except instead of going to the bottom of your library, you put it into your graveyard if you don't want it.
Yeah.
I think that's going to be an amazing mechanic. So this is my opening hand. As you can see, it's probably not it's like with most of my opening hands. It's probably not the best. It isn't necessarily the worst, but we'll see how this does for me. And yeah, I guess there's nothing else to be said. Next, we can kick the sucker off. I'm going to take a sip of my tasty beverage here because I think I'm going to need it.
Yeah, we'll keep that on top. Why not? I'm curious now. Surveil in Pauper.
Yeah.
Pauper Delve is already actually a pretty good deck.
Yeah.
And this will help you literally put more stuff in there.
And it's not even just I mean, I think there's quite a few common Surveil cards, but it's not even just the fact that they introduced the Surveil mechanic. They've actually introduced other cards which don't have Surveil, but help Surveil.
Yeah.
That either augment it or like have extra activators when Surveil goes off. So this could really be one of those mechanics that takes off like wildfire. No. Yeah, it's possible. I mean,
I'm going to play Timber Gorge. Enters the battlefield tapped. No life, no nothing. No scry. There is a red-green scry land from Theros block, Temple of something, and it lets you scry. Oh
yeah, I'm not gonna be able to remember the temp. I think the only one I remember was Temple of Enlightenment, which was the blue white because that's I played just like almost exclusively blue white.
Temple of Triumph, red white. I know that one.
Yes, that's
Temple
right
of too. Malice, black red. Temple of Malady.
This guy, he knows them all
because they're budget-ish lands that actually are decent.
I'm gonna play a Plains and pass the turn.
I thought you were gonna tap. Like no,
I was about to, but I'm like I don't have anything I can cast. I'll just tap it for fun of it.
So untap, I play another kind of neat looking mountain there, and tap 2 red and 1 of anything for the Gitu Chronicler. I am not kicking him, but when he enters the battlefield, if he was kicked, return target instant sorcery from my graveyard to my hand. Doesn't matter. So he's a 1/3 for 2.
Okay.
Whoop-de-doo, 1/3 for 2. Pass back to you.
Oh, look at you. I'm going to play an island. I'm going to tap 2, and I too am going to cast a 1/3 for 2, but my 1/3's got flying. It is the colorful Sparrow, and it's a 1/3 bird with flying for 2. Pass it back to you, sir.
Untap. Okay.
It's also shockproof, which I'm happy about because I think that's the deck that has copies of Shock, or maybe I'm thinking about.
So.
Or was it Sarkhan's deck? Sarkhan's deck had copies of Shock. Yeah.
I'll go to combat.
Sure.
1/3, some cool 1/3 on 1/3 action, or you can take 1 damage.
I'm gonna take 1 damage because I don't want to lose my bird because of a unnecessary block. So I'm down to 19. Unless you have something else that you wanted to do to it.
No.
Okay.
No. That's my turn, and I pass 2.
Okay.
He has no activated ability. You're not really good. No.
Okay, I'm gonna play an island. Move to combat.
Yeah.
My colorful Sparrow.
Pinging away. I declare no blocks. You have no pumps or anything?
No.
All right, drop to 19.
Tapping 2, including 1 blue, and I'm going to bring out the Welkin Tern, which is a 2/1 flying bird, and it can block only creatures with flying. I don't think it's going to do much blocking. Pass the turn to you.
No, pardon me. Untap. Draw. Play a forest. Burn the bird. Tap 1 for Shivan Fire. Deals 2 damage to target creature. If the spell's kicked, it deals 4 damage. I'm not kicking it. I'm just
not kicking it.
1. So
the turn.
See if you did block.
The turn burns.
I had plans for that bird, let me tell you. Okay, and then for 2 green, I'm going to cast the Elfheim Druid. It's a 0/2. Whoop-de-doo. But I can tap for 1 green. I can also tap for 2 green. Spend this mana only to cast kick. Oh wait, spend this mana only to cast kick spells. Yeah. So it's good. I like that. 1/2 would have been better.
Now, one of the things to point out with that as well too is it spend the mana only to cast kicked spells. Now
for 2, yeah.
Yeah. So if a spell has kicker, that doesn't count. It's only if the spell is actually being kicked.
Yeah.
Right. So yeah. So you can't if you had something that normally cost a green and something else, but you can kick it. You can't use the secondary ability for it. Just
you got to be kicking it.
Yeah, you got to be kicking it.
Kick that in high gear to get the high.
Just bringing that up in case some people were wondering.
Velocity. I'll go to combat.
Sounds good.
Being here for 1.
Okay, so I'm down to 18.
And pass back to you.
Back to me. How lucky am I? Draw. Play another island. I will then tap a white and a blue and bring out another colorful Sparrow.
Man.
I'm going to move to combat.
Yeah.
I'm going to swing in with my other colorful Sparrow. Back.
Drop to 18. At least we're attacking early. Not for anything significant.
No, but this is a slugfest. It's a peck fest. I'm going to pass the turn to you.
And I got it is a very colorful Sparrow. There's no denying that.
I just realized with your deck having a lot of cards with kicker, and this deck having a few cards with bounce may not be the best defense against the card or against the deck that the creatures are actually better if you get a second chance to cast them later on in the game.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Oh no.
Not being kicked, because, so 2 red and 4 of anything for Chandra, bold Pyromancer.
Okay.
That saucy flavor. So she's a 5 loyalty planeswalker. I can +1 her to add 2 fire, 2 red to my mana pool, and she'll do 2 damage to target player. I can -3 her, and she'll do 3 damage to target creature or planeswalker. And I can -7 her, and Chandra, bold Pyromancer, deals 10 damage to target player and each creature that planeswalker they control. What? Chandra deals 10 damage to target player and each creature and planeswalker they control.
Yeah. You have to get it to 10, though.
No, -7.
It's -7? Oh, yeah, but
Her
Plus
she only has
one.
a +1 ability.
Yeah, but hey.
Also,
That's
I was
actually not a bad thing.
I was laughing when you said add 2 fire because we were playing recently with newer players as well too. I mean, keep in mind, it's funny after the fact sort of thing. And it was like every time it was for green, it was I'm tapping for 1 earth, and then every time it was for red, it was like I'm gonna tap for 1 fire. It was always like it wasn't the actual color; it was the some other wonderful descriptor of it. So that's why I was laughing when you said 2 fire because I knew what you were doing.
So I -3 her. She drops a 2. Gets me awfully close to that bird range. But at least I kill one of the birds.
Mm-hmm.
But if I plus her, she's going to take 2, and I'll do 2 damage to you. I'll waste. So what I'm going to do, we're getting riskier. I'm going to -3 her to 2 to deal 3 damage to target creature. We'll say that one.
Okay.
In case you were going to block. Well, you could block and do nothing would happen, really, because
Yeah.
you know I'm tapped out, and now you got to take that. Unless you're going to bounce that.
So I'm taking 1.
You're taking 1.
Okay, so I'm down to 17.
Chandra's a little fragile, too.
She's down to 2.
So I won't be doing that -7 anytime soon, although it is pretty sweet. Pass back to you.
Pass back to me, okay.
Hey, I'm surprised. It's actually it's really good art, I mean, 6 is a lot, but...
Yeah. Untap my bird as well, too. Okay, well, I'm going to go to combat.
Yep.
I'm going to give Chandra a peck on the cheek. She's down to 1. I'm going to pay 3.
You have nothing that deals 1 damage to any target.
And bring out Armored Whirl Turtle. 0/5. And not all enormous beasts are quick to anger, Travis.
You got a 0/5. It sure beats my 0/2.
And I will pass the turn to you.
Boop, 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 boop. Boop, 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 boop.
I can take a peek at Chandra for a second, if that's okay.
Okay. Yeah.
So it's just add 2 red. It's not even an add 2. It can only be cast on certain things. It's just add 2 red. So you have a lot of mana potentially available to you right now.
So we're going to do that. We're going to up her to a whopping 2 to add 2 mana to my mana pool, red mana, and deal 2 damage to target player.
Ugh, so I'm down to 15.
Okay, so 1, 2... Let me just double check that. 6... So 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so with the 2, tapping for 2, tapping out for 9 total mana. Well, this is going to be kind of a waster. Fight with Fire. So Fight with Fire deals 5 damage to target creature. If the spell is kicked, it deals 10 damage as you choose among any number of targets instead. So I will deal 5
and then total?
and then 2 to
2 to
you.
me? Oh my goodness.
I had to kick that thing.
So I'm down to 13 now.
Kick it like it owed me money. I'm going to ping at you.
The only good thing is that the one creature left on the board is kind of a
dud.
Yeah, so holy cow, though.
Of course, now kicking him would get that spell back, so
Yeah.
it was not smart to get a turn 2 chronicler. What can you expect the guy? He's a chronicler. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not here to, burn stuff.
He's meant to do clerical work. It's
His pen, so he's poking
exactly.
the pen's all he's doing. I pass back to you.
Okay.
Well, that was a lot of mana, but pretty useful.
I know what I hope to draw, and that is it. It's an island.
Oh boy.
Nothing crazy yet. But I do get to tap now for 5 in total. 2 blue and 3 or whatever to bring out the Stormcloud Spirit, which is just a 4/4 flyer.
Yeah, but that'll still do pretty good.
You do still have a lot of burn in your deck and everything, but I'm going to pass the turn to you and hope that this survives at least 1 turn. I don't like it when you lay down your land with that much body English, because that Ugh,
The
gives me
irony
chills.
here is that she's not going to live. So I'll just tap for 4
Okay.
for the Carplucian Hound. It's only
Okay.
3/3 for 4. When he attacks, if I control Chandra Planeswalker, it deals 2 damage to any target.
Oh, okay.
Now, it doesn't have haste, which would be pretty sweet, so it's not going to live long enough to really get that bonus. I can only really plus her to add 2 mana to my mana pool.
You're hellbent at this point, right? You have no cards left?
I have no cards in hand
Okay.
because I played a mountain and I played my Carplucian Hound. So I'm adding 2 to my mana pool, dealing 2 damage to you.
Yeah,
so there is that.
That's right, too. So I do take 2.
And yeah, that's lamentably my turn.
That's the turn.
Bye-bye, Chandra. I wish I could have done more with you.
Okay. Interesting here. I'm just going to move to combat.
Good call.
Flying swings in on Chandra.
You did not last long.
Now, it leaves me wide open to a potential up to 4 damage.
Wow.
No, I'm not saying that in a bad. I'm like, no, I'm not just trying to diminish because it's still 4 damage,
My
which when you're at
chronicler?
10 is an awful lot. I'm going to pay 2.
One might say it's 40% of your life total.
Thank you. I'm going to bring out Purple Crystal Crab. It's a 1/1, and when Purple Crystal Crab dies, draw a card. I like this card.
Try saying that 5
I don't think
times
it's a great
fast.
card. It just Purple Crystal Crab is just a cool name for a creature, which is a crab that is also purple. I'm going to pass the turn to you.
The only thing I can say is I think this deck does still have those get your Planeswalker back
Yeah,
spells.
see, we got used to the M19 Planeswalker deck tutor cards recently, where it was you can go 5 deep into your deck and then pick any card of that color. Whereas the old ones specifically would grab your Planeswalker from the graveyard as well, too.
No choice but to put the pressure on and give you a card.
Okay, I'm going to put this in front of that. I'm going to tap for 3, including 1 white. I'm going to cast Dragon's Presence. Dragon's Presence deals 5 damage to target attacking or blocking creatures. So I'm going to deal 5 damage to the 3/3.
Oh, dang it.
So damage goes through.
Damage goes through.
Purple Crystal Crab dies. I draw a card.
Sure do.
Okay.
Pass back to you.
Pass back to me. Okay. Move to combat.
Move to combat.
Swinging for 4.
No flying blockers or reach blockers. Drop to 14.
I will then pay 3, including 1 white, to bring out the Heavenly Quillen. It's a 2/2 flyer, and whenever it attacks another target creature you control gains flying to end turn. The only creature I have already has flying. I will then pass the turn to you.
Okay. Play a Timber Gorge. Interest tapped. I'm going to tap for 5.
Okay.
Cast Fiery Intervention. Choose 1, destroy target artifact, or deal 5 damage to target creature. Blow up the big bird. Roast it that good.
Blow up Big Bird. You're blowing a Big Bird, you monster. You absolute monster.
And, yeah, pass back to you.
Pass back to me. Okay.
At least you got cards in hand, my friend.
I'm going to play an island.
I have a lot of red in my graveyard, is what I got.
I'm going to pay 4, including 1 white, to bring out the Earth Origin Yak. It is a 2/4 Ox, and when it enters the battlefield, creatures you control get +1/+1 to the end of turns. This is now 3/3. Move to combat.
Move to combat.
Swing into my flying 3/3.
No flying blocker, so I drop to 11.
Pass the turn to you.
On top deck. I have something from here. Can I have something good? That's not good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Costs 5, so it can't be
Gilded
that.
Lotus.
Oh, I was going to say it can't be that bad, but never mind. It is ramp.
It is ramp. It's a 2/4 versus my 1/3.
And it is a card I actually do like. It's just not, obviously, the one you wanted right then and there. So
Yeah. Pass back to you. No, it is a good card. Just I need a card that does something.
No,
than
I hear
mana,
you. I hear you.
which my explosive fire start has really fizzled out.
Okay, so I'm going to move to combat.
Okay.
I'm going to swing in with both. Now, Heavenly Quillen, whenever it attacks, another target creature you control gains flying at the end of turn. So I'm going to give the Ox flying.
4 flying.
For 4.
Drop to 07, or do you have something else you want to do?
No. Then on my second main phase, I'm going to tap for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, including 1 blue, to cast Brilliant Plan, draw 3 cards. So
That's pretty sweet.
yeah.
I can only hope you draw nothing but islands.
Overly costed though, but still. 1, 2, 3. Okay.
5 mana for 3 cards?
Sorcery speed as well too. It's not great. It's not great. No. There's better. There's much better cards.
I think there's one in Sahili Commander deck that's 5 mana for 3 cards. But maybe that's instant speed, but 2 blue mana. Like
Possibly.
2 committed blue kind of thing.
Yeah, I can't remember, but yeah, it's mediocre. It's not horrible because obviously I got to draw 3 cards is great, but eh.
I'd love to draw 3 cards. Personally.
Pass the turn to you. Yeah, I shouldn't be complaining about a spell that having draw 3 when you don't have any cards in hand. So sorry about that. Like turning the screws.
Sure. 1, 2. Casting for 5, 1 being red, 4 kicker. For Shivan Fire, deals 2 damage to our creature. If spell's kicked, it deals 4 damage to that creature instead. Geez, he's giving this thing flying, so if I kill that, I can at least block that. So I'm going to kill the flyer.
Okay.
Kill the flyer.
It is deed.
So I can attack for 1,
Yeah.
but then I'll take 2.
Not necessarily, right? Oh, that's because it's 0,
But
2.
it'll die.
I see, yeah.
I can chump, but at this point, I don't know if I want to chump. Maybe I can find some way to counter some that or something like that. Yeah, I'll pass back to you for the sake of 1 damage.
Okay. Makes sense to me, man.
I know there's big cards in this deck. I just need to draw one of them and then play it. The massive amounts of mana. How much can I generate?
I'm going to play Meandering River, which can be tapped for either white or blue. Enters the battlefield tapped, though. I'm then going to... Can I look at this card for a sec?
Yep. It's done all it's doing. Oh, you're going to return to my hand, and then it's not going to allow me to
Maybe not.
choose that fiery intervention or that fight with fire.
So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to tap for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to cast Rhythmic Water Vortex. Now, there is something I want to point out about this card, which was pointed out in the comment section after the last time we played this. So, return up to 2 target creatures to their owner's hand. I'm just going to return that to your owner's hand. Search your library and or graveyard for a card named Mew Yanling. Reveal it, put it into your hand. If you search your library this way, shuffle it. Now, this is something that's interesting that someone pointed out. When I played this in one of the previous games, I already had her in hand. So I said, I'm going to decline. I'm not going to search. It doesn't say may. It says search your library or graveyard for a card named Mew Yanling. It's all the other tutor cards with Planeswalkers have may in it, so you can choose not to. This one, even if you had it in your hand, it basically says if it's in your hand, still you got to shuffle your library. So I have to search my library for it, which I actually do need to do because it's not in my hand.
No.
So
I was like,
okay. So there's Mew Yanling. It is a 5 loyalty Planeswalker. +2 ability, target creatures can't be blocked this turn. -3 is draw 2 cards. -10 is tap all creatures your opponent control. You take an extra turn after this one. So this is going to go to my hand, and then I'm going to shuffle my library. But yeah, that was something interesting. And it was one of those things where I actually had to go back and look at the other tutor cards and go, were they all worded like that? And we were just wrong this entire time. But no, these seem to be the Global Series ones seem to, I don't know if they've done an errata since then on the way that the text is written on the rules there, but yeah.
Maybe because these ones were, I guess these were translated from Chinese or Mandarin, or I don't know the actual name of the language.
I'm not sure if
maybe
they were
there
or
was
not.
something.
I would I don't know the creative process behind this. I do know that they purposely tapped into the lore. They got artists who were either of that culture or familiar enough with it that they knew, about like the folklore and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know how deep the creative process was, like as far as being done for the Chinese audience. So it's interesting. I mean, that could be a possible, it's sort of a miss in translation or something like that, or it could just be a weird wording of a card. So, alrighty, I've done everything I'm going to do. I am not going to swing in with my yak because it's not going to do anything. It's going to bounce off your 1/3, and I will pass the turn to you.
You want that yak back? Well, you're a creature. I mean, 1, 2. Sure, you know what? Let's add 3 red, and then 2 of others for the fire elemental. It's a 5/4 creature. You know.
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah. And then 2 for the Elfheim Druid.
There we go.
Also, no reason to attack into that. So, pass back to you.
Pass back to me.
Because the fire elemental does not have haste.
Yeah, it seems a bit odd, but
Come on, man. 5 mana. Make it a 4 or 5, give it haste. Just switch them numbers. Give it haste.
I am not going to cast Mew this turn. I am instead going to tap for 5 and cast Stormcloud Spirit. So it's the 4/4 flyer.
Flyers are killing me.
And I'm going to pass the turn to you.
Once again, show me something nice. You're not awesome. I'm over tapping just because I want to use my Lotus. 4 for our old houndy friend again.
Okay.
I don't control the Planeswalker, so I'm not going to get much bonus out of that. But it's another body. Yeah. I mean,
Okay.
I didn't bring him out just to have a good look at him, you know.
You tap 2, including 1 blue. Drown in Shapelessness. Return target creature to its owner's hand. So,
Going to
bounce
give him
that back.
vigilance, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, it comes back. It came back.
Without haste. Combat's done anyway, but woohoo! Destroyer it. You know.
Is it my turn now?
Yeah, it's your turn.
Okay, I'm going to play an island. Move to combat.
Move to combat.
Swing in with the Stormcloud Spirit.
So it's 4 damage. I dropped to 3. I also feel this deck does not have much life gain. So that's not a fun number to be at.
Tap for 2 white, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 to bring out the Ancestor Dragon. So
Dang.
5, 6, and now that I think about it, I should have brought it out first, technically, because I could have gained a life. It's got flying, and whenever 1 or more creatures you control attack, you gain 1 life for each attacking creature. So it is a 5, 6.
There you go.
Pass the turn back to you.
Bloop, bloop, bloop. Bloop, bloop, bloop. What magical card can I draw? Llanowar Elf.
Oh.
Yeesh.
A card which the Vivian deck, which is already pretty powerful in M19, could really use.
I don't know why I'm not.
Swinging it with everything?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to tap 2 just in case. Drown in Shapelessness, the Elemental again.
Yeah.
And then I will... You got nothing in hand other than the Elemental, right?
Well, you don't know what I have in hand.
I'm going to pop that in front of that in front of that.
All right. If you're cool with me conceding, because I have no way to block flyers on
No,
3 life,
we know what you have in the hand, which is the Elemental.
which
so.
I would just play out anyway.
Okay. So, and the weird thing is, I had the Planeswalker in hand, I never got a chance to play her, so...
How deep?
Oh, you got another Flame Elemental?
I have like some big kicker stuff. Holy cow! I was not winning this.
Yeah,
game.
you don't have the Lonely Gorilla. Well, I don't think this is going to do as well 2 in a row. I think that was kind of a fluke. So we'll see. We're going to shuffle up now. We're going to get to the second game of this match because this is best 2 out of 3, and we'll see how that goes. Okay, so we're ready to kick off this second game, and you're going to get to go first.
Yep.
Anything you want to say first?
No.
Go for it then. You show your cards. You show your cards, sir.
This is
You looked suspicious when I asked you that. Okay.
Well, I was going to do a prayer. I mean, I'm betting on certain things happening with this hand, obviously. Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Ready?
Or can I show now?
Betting on some luck?
Okay, well, I don't know if I'm going to do as well this game because I didn't expect to do well the first game.
Oh, you got a good shot.
But there's my opening hand. So we'll see. We'll see how this works out. So yeah, there we go. Okay.
Okay.
Travis,
You.
you may begin.
I will begin with a Timber Gorge and pass to you.
I will begin with a sip of beer.
Some beer.
Sip of beer.
And you get a draw. Which is something your deck just, needs.
I'll play a Meandering River, and I'll pass to you.
Woohoo! I'm going to tap for Landmore Elf. Play a Timber Gorge.
Oh, did it work out for you? Is that what you're opening?
What? No, man. This is
Oh, goodness.
nothing. Back to you, sir.
I can't wait to edit this and find out what your opening hand was. Okay. All right. I'm going to play an island and pass to you.
Let's go to combat.
Sure. Okay, I'll take one.
Yeah, you'll take one. And then
I was not expecting you to attack with that, so okay.
I'll tap 2 for the... I did that right? No, did I... Hang on, what turn? This is turn 3.
It's turn 3.
My turn 3. Okay,
Yeah.
so this is untapped, yes. Tapping 2 for the Elfhelm Druid, ignoring the fact that I didn't play a land.
But that's
You
why I
took
was
1
surprised. I
damage.
thought you were going to use it for 3. I thought you were going to use it for your 3, yeah.
Yeah, well, the whole point is to surprise you about stuff.
I'm surprised.
Pass back to you.
I'm surprised. Okay. Draw.
Surprise.
I'm going to play a Plains. Tap for 3. And play the Heavenly Quillen, which we saw before. So it's the one that can give another creature flying if it attacks. Pass turn to you.
And it has flying. Like, that's...
Mm-hmm. It has flying all on its own, yeah. It doesn't just give people flying. It has flying.
Play mountain.
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for an unkicked Gilded Lotus.
Ooh, nice. Wow, you were ramping. Well, if you were worried about not having the mana base, holy cow, did you ever end up with it? So,
Pass back to you.
you don't want to use it immediately to cast anything?
I do, but
Oh,
I
yes,
also
yeah.
want to have cards, maybe instant speed to cast. You don't know.
Okay. Untap. Alrighty, so I'm going to play another island. And I'm going to pre-combat, actually tap for 4, to bring out the Earth Origin Yak. Enters the battlefield, and it's going to give creatures +1/+1. Now that is on the stack. Is there a response to that?
No, there's no response to that.
Okay, so now this is a 3/3. Move to combat.
Yep.
Swing in with the Heavenly... every motion you make makes me think you're going to tap for mana.
I'll drop the 7
Scare me. Okay. And pass to you.
Okay. Now, here's when things are going to take a turn for the better or the worse.
Okay.
It took a turn for something. Play another mountain.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. To cast the Fire Elemental.
Ooh. Nice.
No point in tacking into that at this point. I'm just going to pass back to you.
Pass back to me?
Yep.
Okay. Tap. I'm going to play Plains. I'm going to move to combat.
Okay.
I'm going to swing in with both. Heavenly Quillen is going to give this flying.
So that is 4.
4 in total.
Up to 13.
I will then tap for 5 and bring out the Stormcloud Spirit, which is a 4/4 flyer. Pass the turn to you.
Yep.
Okay.
Untap. Draw. We'll go to combat.
Sounds good.
Attack my Fire Elemental.
I'll take 5. Okay, I'll take 5. So down to 14.
Okay. So tapping this for a kicking spell. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you come up with 8. 6, 7, 8. For the Baloth Gorger, kicker of 4. If it was kicked, it enters the battlefield 3+1/+1 counter. So it's going to become a 7/7.
3, because in the comment section you played that one time and people were pointing out the fact that you put 4 in there. And I understand why, because if you're kicking for 4, you would think of 4 counters on it. So I do see, I read the comments, folks. I have a hard time retaining sometimes the names of people, and I do try to reply whenever I can, but I definitely do read the comments.
And that's my turn. I already attacked. Looking at a lot of air damage, though.
Okay, so my turn?
Your turn, sir.
Okay.
Doesn't even have trample. Silly Baloth Gorger. Where's your trample, kid?
I'm going to play Plains. I'm going to move to combat.
Yep.
I'm going to swing in with everything, and the Ox is going to... So the Yak... Well, it is an Ox, so it's going to gain flying. So we're looking at 8.
I have nothing that can block flying.
Okay.
So no choice but to take a full 8, which drops into 5. Oh, 5. Jeebus.
Pass the turn to you. So that is currently a 7/7, right?
Yes.
7/7.
All right, we're going to just go to combat here.
Okay.
Okay, so...
And the 0/2.
Well, yeah.
Okay. I'm going to pay 3 to cast Dragon's Presence on him, which is going to deal 5 damage to target attacking or blocking creature.
Okay. I'm going to tap for 1, 2, 3, 4 to Gift of Growth. Untapped target creature gets +2/+2 until end turn. If the spell is kicked, it gets +4/+4 till end turn. So it's going to become a 9/8.
Okay, I'm going to pay 2 and drown it in shadows.
Nothing I can do about that. So what does that do? Return to my hand, or
Returns to your hand. Sorry, yeah. Return target creature to its owner's hand.
okay?
Okay, so this fizzles, and then combat damage goes through. Or is there anything else? So
Well, you know what? I'm not blocking that, so I'll Gift of Growth him to give him +2/+2. It's not being kicked.
okay.
So I could have kept him back, but I was hoping I might just need 2 damage.
Yeah,
kind of thing.
I hear you. So 7, 8, 9, 10 in total.
Yeah.
So that puts me down to 4.
Yeah, and then again, I don't really want to concede, but
No, I hear
I'll
you.
have you swing through with the team that I cannot block.
Untap, draw, move to combat, swing it.
And you know, I had everything going now. I missed 1 land drop,
Yeah.
and that didn't even really hurt me at all.
So right now, there's going to be a graphic appearing, which is going to show you the final matchup for the first half of the season of season 2.
That's taken up on Angrath.
Yes. So Mew is going to face off against Angrath. Well, I thought she was going to get destroyed this one as well too. So who knows? Who knows how it's going to work out? That's going to be the final of the first half of the second season. Then the second half of the second season, before that happens, we're going to have a playoff between Season 1's Chandra and Season 1's Ajani, I believe. They're going to face off against each other to see who is going to become the wild card spot to beat Tezzeret. I mean, to play Tezzeret.
Come on, give the guy a shot.
So the first half of the second season is almost finished up. And so we're moving right along. Travis, do you have anything else to say before we sign off?
No.
Okay, folks, then we will see you soon. We're going to see you. In case you're wondering as well, too, we will have skipped the 100th episode. It's not because I forgot about the 100th episode. It's that I'm still trying to produce something a little bit special for the 100th episode. So that's going to be coming hopefully before. I'm going to try to get the 100th episode out there before 105. That's my goal at this point. Before episode 105, I'm going to try to get the 100th episode out for you guys. So
he's not a mathematician, so
no, I'm not. So yeah, we'll see what I come up with, and then you guys will see it too. So that's pretty much it. I think I've rambled on long enough. Take care, everyone, and we'll see you in the next video.